Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to take you to a different part of the world. Let's go to Japan. Why Japan? Because the food over there is absolutely delicious. The precision in cooking, the umami flavors, they're the absolute best. And today I'm making a dish called Chawanmushi. Chawanmushi is a lovely egg custard with great silky texture. And if you're looking for a different type of egg to make, this one's for you. So let's get started. First things first, here are all our ingredients. We'll talk about those in a second. But I'm going to take some shiitake mushrooms. These are dried shiitake mushrooms, not fresh. And that's the best way to get them really because you can use them for a long time. I'm going to soak them in warm water. It doesn't have to be boiling hot or scalding hot, just warm enough so that they rehydrate themselves. So we'll do that, set it aside. And of course, this is an egg dish. So the hero of the dish is always going to be eggs. This is an egg custard, and I have these beautiful, nice, long chopsticks. These are great for stirring. So we want to stir these eggs. Now here's a key step. Keep watching this video because I'm going to give you some key steps to make this right. You want to make sure you don't stir vigorously or hard because you don't want to aerate these eggs. You just want to mix the eggs together so there's no bubbles. So we stir them very, very gently like this. And you can see I'm getting it all mixed together, but I'm not generating any aeration that you will with a whisk or a fork. So chopsticks are usually the best tool for this job. And of course, we're cooking Asian cuisine. So that's good enough. We don't need to really get this completely stirred or mixed together. I have my egg stirred. Now, we'll prepare a stock that's going to be added to this to get that nice texture for the chawanmushi. So here I have some water. That's about 375 milliliters of water. The ratio of egg to water is very important in this dish. And that's about 1:3 approximately. If you want something thicker, then you can add less water. But this much water will give you a nice silky consistency. To this, I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of mirin, which is vinegar. And if you don't have mirin, you can use regular vinegar. Don't worry about that. And also, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. Okay. And then we have, this is the key ingredient. You have to get this, of course. This is dashi powder to make the stock. If you have fresh dashi or dashi paste, that works as well. But I'm going to add about another 1 tablespoon of dashi powder to this. Now this packet has exactly 1 tablespoon, so that works well for me. I'll add that to my mixture, stir that up. And once this is nice and stirred, all we want to do is add this to our egg mixture and continue stirring that until all the ingredients are incorporated. Now you'll see some recipes out there that also add sugar and salt, but I've added soy instead of salt. So the soy already has enough salt in it. So give that a stir. Again, when you're stirring this, be gentle. You don't want any bubbles. We have a few bubbles in there, but those will go away. But outside of that, you want to just stir and mix it until it's a nice even mixture. Perfect. That's good enough. And we have our base ready. And we're going to add a few more ingredients to this. Now, shiitake mushrooms, like I showed you earlier, they're soaking. I'm going to make a vegetarian version and a non-vegetarian version today. So for my non-vegetarian version, I will add some shrimp. For the vegetarian version, I'm going to add the shiitake mushrooms. And we have 2 ramekins. This is another important, ramekins or dishes, whatever you have is fine. But this is another important piece. You need these dishes because we're going to put them in the steamer in just a second. Now that this mixture is nice and mixed, nice and stirred well, we're going to have to strain it. You don't want any of those little egg whites in there. So we're going to stir this and strain it, more importantly, directly into our ramekins. Okay. So like I said, next step is straining. So we're going to strain our egg and dashi umami mixture back into the original measuring pan. Now the beauty of this is everything is measured exactly, and if you know me, I don't measure things exactly, but Japanese cooking requires absolute precision, and that's one of the beauties of it. You have to measure, get it absolutely right, and only then you will get the exact texture and flavors you're looking for. So we've strained our mixture now and ready to assemble the chawanmushi. Alright, our egg custard over here is ready. Not the egg custard, but the mixture for it. It's nice and silky and smooth without any sediments in it. That's how we want it. And our mushrooms, you can see they're nice and tender. They're ready to be cut up. So we're going to slice them up into, you can slice them however you want. I like long slices, so just like so, give them a good thin slice. So this is the texture we want. We'll slice all of these up, and then we're going to add this and start assembling our custard. I've got my sliced mushrooms, and what we're going to do is, in the vegetarian version, I'm going to add a few extra for the vegetarians who are watching this channel. And in the non-vegetarian version, I'm not going to add that many, just a couple, because we're going to add other ingredients in here. So we'll continue with our veg version. Add a few edamame. You can add whatever you want really to this dish. That's the beauty of it. But I'm adding edamame today. Keep it truly Japanese. And in the non-vegetarian version, I'm going to add some prawns. Maybe 2 or 3. Or, why not? We'll add 4 prawns. How about that? Make it interesting. So that's what's going in the bottom of the dish. And then we gently pour in our egg mixture with the dashi, and you want to pour in these ramekins about 3/4 of the way. Just that much should be good. Now this, by the way, this recipe will make up to 4. I'm just making 2 to show you, one vegetarian version and one non-vegetarian version. The rest of it will be done later. Now these are ready, so what we're going to do is put these in a steamer. Now the key when you're steaming this is you do not want to steam them on high steam because they'll form bubbles. So we want to put them on a low, gentle, slow steamer. The key is low and slow. As you can see, I have some nice steam going over here. I'm going to place my steamer on top. Now if you don't have a steamer, that's perfectly fine. You can actually put this directly into a dish of water and place the ramekins in that. That also works. You can use an idli steamer, any other kind of steamer that you have is also absolutely fine. So I'm going to place my ramekins of egg custard in there. This is going to take about 15 minutes, and make sure this is on low heat. This is a key step. It has to be on low steam, and that's very critical to get the silky texture. If not, you'll get a bubbly texture. So we're going to cover this. This is going to take about 15 minutes. So we'll cover this for about 15 minutes. And okay, since I put it on really low heat, this took about 20 minutes, and that's okay. Patient cooking is the best way to cook. So let's take a look. Oh wow, look at that. That's perfect. Nice wobbly custard, and it's all done. We're going to take this out and we're going to garnish it because Japanese food is all about presentation. Time to make our chawanmushi look pretty. So I'm going to take, this is our vegetarian, this is our vegetarian version. I said vegetarian earlier, but it's already egg in there, so it's obviously vegetarian. And this is our non-vegetarian version with the prawns in it. So we are going to put a little bit of, this is Naruto, which is a Japanese version of a fish cake. So maybe one of those on there. We put a little bit of carrot. The carrot can obviously go in the vegetarian version as well. And we have edamame here. So I'm going to drop a couple of edamame. Make it look pretty. And Japanese food, like I said, is all about the perfect presentation and precision. So that's what we're going to do here. Add that. And in the non-veg version, I'm also going to add a little shrimp on top. That's cooked shrimp. Earlier we added a raw shrimp in there. And maybe, for good measure, one little parsley leaf on each. And there you have it, folks. Here's an vegetarian version of chawanmushi. Here is a non-vegetarian version with prawns in there. And this is the perfect healthy egg custard. And I hope you enjoyed watching this. I'll see you next time.